Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am testing out E.L.F products, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be doing this video because I've waited a long time on getting my hands on some of these makeup products, and finally they have arrived here in Scotland. The only place so far that I know of you can get them is Superdrug. So if you want to see which products I did buy and if they work, keep on watching. Okay, ladies and gents, so the first product that I purchased was a foundation, and this is the E.L.F Flawless Finish Oil-Free Foundation, and this is in the shade Porcelain. Now, first off, what caught my eye is it arrives in a cardboard box, and when you open it up, this is the little bottle you get. Now, it's 30 ml, again, that's standard for most foundations, but look at how beautiful this bottle is. It is frosted glass and it just looks super expensive and feels super expensive. And I just absolutely love this finish of bottle, and it would look amazing sitting on top of your dresser, or if you've got a beautiful unit for display, it would just look amazing sitting out. And another thing that I really like about a foundation is that this one also comes with a pump, which is super great because I love foundations that have pumps. It just makes the whole procedure just that much easier. Now this was coming in at £7.50, and there's a wide variety of shades, so something there for everyone. I picked this up at Porcelain because when I'm ordering online, I tend to go for the lighter of the shade range, simply because I am so pale myself. I mean, I'm ghostly white, so I tend to go for the lighter first, and then if need be, I can always go back and purchase something slightly darker. So yeah, and I'll be applying this with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Now, I was normally a brush girl for foundation, but it just didn't seem to be working for me anymore. So I picked up a sponge, and honestly, the results are just far better. I just get a more flawless finish on my foundation, and I'm not getting any streaking with it either, and it's just going into the skin much better. So yeah, I'm going to be sticking with my sponge for applying foundation. Now, the second item I purchased was, let me just pick this up here because I've actually got the lid off it because I was inspecting it, is this little fella here. So this is the HD Under Eye Setting Powder from E.L.F. And this is a dupe for Laura Mercier, her under eye setting powder. And with this, you get a little brush just like this. I don't think I'll be using this brush. I'm going to test it out on the video, obviously, to see if the brush is any good, but I'm not holding out much hope. Sounds very bitchy, I'm really sorry, but so I probably will be resorting to my own brushes for applying my under eye setting powder. When you open this up, you do get a little plastic dome just like this that sits on top of the powder, so you're not losing any when you're putting it away. Now this reduces fine lines, it reduces dark circles, and just gets rid of any imperfections. And also when you're applying this, it goes on sheer, so it doesn't go on your normal white traditional powder. So I'm really interested to see how this works, and I'm also really intrigued to see if there's any flashback or if I get any creasing. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm just going to place that here without the wee dome lid because I'm going to be very careful. And the last product that I did pick up was this little beauty here, and this is a blush contour duo. And I'm going to open this up for you. So you get your little protective film here that's got, I don't know if you can see that, so it's got the E.L.F brand on the front, which is your eyes, lips and face. And inside here, this is what you're getting. So this is your blush here, and obviously your bronzer contour, whatever you want to use that for. And you get a nice mirror in this as well. Now, this compact again reminds me of NARS, and also this is in the shade Fiji. Now this, I'm sure, is the dupe for one of the NARS compacts. I think they were trying to copy like Laguna and Orgasm from NARS. So I thought I'd pick this one up as my first one just to see how it applies and how it wears. But I love the feel of the packaging. I love how it looks when you open it up. This is what you're seeing, and I just love how, I can't even describe it, the feeling of the packaging. It's just so nice. It's domed on the bottom as well, so it's got a nice round edge. I'm just in love with the packaging of these products. It's just so nice. And to be fair, you wouldn't know that this is as cheap as E.L.F is. Everything is just beautifully packaged and the products look amazing. But the proof is going to be in the pudding. So let's start applying some of these products and see how they work on our skin. Okay, so hair is tied back, ready for action. So obviously the first step is going to be applying my foundation. Now obviously because I don't have a lot of products to start with, I probably will be, well not probably, I will be using quite a lot of my own products from here at home. So when I'm applying those other products, I will do that off camera, and the only reason being for that is as I don't want to take away from the products that I'm testing today. I do have more E.L.F products on order. I have the priming mist, which should be arriving hopefully next week at some point, and I want another blush contour duo, and I think I'm going to go for some, well, I've got some lip products as well, but there's a few other things I really want, so I probably will end up with the whole range for you guys. The eyeshadows look amazing, so again those are going to be more of my purchases, but as they all start coming in, I'll be doing more videos on how they all work, so super exciting. So let's just open this bottle up. I just love the packaging, and it just feels so nice to hold. Now I'm going to go just for my usual 2 pumps, and we'll see how we fare from there. So let's just pump this out first. Here we go. So 1, so 2 pumps, that's what you're getting right there. Not a bad amount, not a huge amount either, but sometimes a little goes a long way. As far as smell, not much of a smell at all. You do smell a slight, and the only way I could describe it, and I say this all the time, but it is the only way I could describe it, it's sort of like a baby smell. A really nice smell, but not highly scented. So I'm just going to start. It is quite creamy, which is nice. I'm just going to start applying that to the sponge, and then we're just going to start applying to the face. So I've got my little. Now I have previously moisturised. I like to moisturise my face, cleanse it and moisturise before applying makeup. It just keeps the skin hydrated underneath all the layers of makeup. So this is going on really nice and feels really cooling on the skin, and this is my shade, so that's quite good. I'm quite pleased. It's just feeling really nice on the skin, I have to say. I've not covered up any of my redness on my face. Normally I would do some colour correcting there before applying my foundation, but I want to leave it bare as I just want to see how this foundation works as far as coverage. So like I said, this is oil free. And it does, if I remember right on the back of this, yeah, it does have your SPF 15 sunscreen in there as well. So that's fabby. Keeps you sort of protected as such. Now on the back of this, I'm going to read out some of the directions that they say will be beneficial to you. So as soon as I have finished applying this foundation, I shall let you know what that is, guys. So my sponge is slightly damp. It's not overly wet, it's just damp. I'm just going to go for another tiny pump. I'm not going to do too much more because actually it's looking really nice as it stands. I am really liking how this foundation has applied. It has been so easy to apply this foundation, it is unreal. Now, If you're anything like me, I have a problem with my nose area. You know, sometimes my foundation really struggles to stay on my nose. I don't know why. But what I will say to you is a couple of tips that I have discovered, again, from myself watching other YouTubers, is one of them is to not prime your nose before you're applying your foundation. Just leave that unprimed. Another one is to conceal your nose first. So put a bit of concealer on, any concealer you've got that you would use at home, apply that first and then apply your foundation over that, and sometimes that helps the foundation stick. Okay, so that has applied beautifully to my skin, I have to say. There's no sitting on top of the skin, there's no patchiness, there's no nothing going on. It is just really, really nice, and it feels amazing on the skin. Very lightweight foundation and just applies amazingly. I am super, super impressed with this foundation. Now, that was roughly 2.5 pumps of foundation. I would say for me that would probably be enough, because I don't want to look too cakey and I don't want too much foundation on my face. So yeah, I am super, super impressed with that foundation. And I just love the flawless finish that I have here as well. Now, whether that's got something to do with this little sponge as well, but regardless, the foundation has applied like a dream. It is sitting on the skin like a dream, and it is just so, so nice. And as you can see, I don't have so much redness going on under there as well, so it's definitely covered a lot of my redness, and that's without color correcting. So that is amazing. I'm super happy with that, to be honest. I really, really am. And even around my nose area, not much problems there. I always have a problem, obviously the sides of my nose, that is always my problem area. But it's actually done not too bad with that, I have to say. I am super, super happy. And even like sort of under my nose, I tend to crease here. So far, that's not happening. So again, super, super happy. So this foundation was £7.50 from Superdrug, and it's the Flawless Finish, oil free, and it has SPF 15. Pick this up, guys, and give it a go. I don't think you'll be disappointed, because I am not. I am shook at how well this foundation has applied and how well it's sitting on my skin. Like I said, the foundation is slightly fragranced, but it's not an unpleasant smell. It's actually quite lovely. When I was applying to the skin, it felt really cooling to the skin, and it just feels really lightweight. And I have to say, I am in love. First impression, in love. Obviously, throughout this video, we'll see how it holds up with all our other products, but so far, so good. Okay, guys, so next step is I'm going to be concealing. So I'm using my concealer that I am in love with. This is pretty much a new buy for me. I've only had it maybe a week, but I am so in love with this. This is the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this on camera for you so that you can see just how well this works, because I really think it's just amazing. And then we're going to get on to the under eye setting powder. So let me just quickly apply this. All I need to do is just, I go for dots, because this is so good of a concealer that I don't feel I need to go mental under my eye. So I just tend to go dotting now. As you can see, this would be good as a festival look, wouldn't it? So all I do is, again, just use my sponge, and then I just blend all that out. It's just such a good concealer. It just really brightens the under eye. it's just a beautiful concealer, I have to say, and I'm super happy that I have tried this out because I absolutely love it. Sorry, I'm blocking you guys out, sorry about that. Okay, so that's concealer and foundation done, and as you can see, everything is looking pretty flawless right now, and the concealer has just brightened the under eye area and has just gotten rid of any more of the unwanted circles we've got there. But let's give this under eye setting powder a go. Let me just move all this about. So like I said at the beginning of this video, this is like the dupe for Laura Mercier Heart Under Eye. So I'm going to go in with this little brush first. As you see, it's going on sheer. This brush is Pants. I'm just going to go in there with, I've picked up a little bit too much now. So I'm just going to go in and so as you can see, there's absolutely no colour to this when it's applying. It is just your sheer powder. So yeah, that is a really nice powder, really nice. And normally I do crease sometimes under the eye because I have fine lines under there. Let's not pretend that I'm not getting older. I am. So yeah, I do get fine lines under there, so sometimes my concealers do crease. Lately, I have to say, with the Tarte Shape Tape, I'm not creasing as much, so that is amazing, and that's why I love this so much. But yeah, the under eye setting powder has went on lovely, and it's just locked everything. I'm getting a frog in the throat quite a lot. So it's just locked everything in place. So as this video goes on, we'll see. And in the description box below, I'm going to leave an update for you just to let you know how well it did. But so far, so good. I'm loving the two products that we've tested. So let's go and apply ourselves some blush and bronze. Okay guys, so I use these are Kylie, I think you pronounce it that way. This is the one that I use for like bronzing, just because of how big it is. It gets in the cheekbones quite nice, and this is my blush one. So we're going to do obviously bronzing first. I'm not really a huge contouring fan. I prefer just to do a bit of bronzing around the face. So we're going to go in with obviously this one right here. Tap that off. Now what I will say to you right off the bat, I am not a huge, amazing contour. I'm not very good at it. Let's just put it that way. So that's why I just tend to skim my brush just obviously where my own contour is, just to give a little bit of depth. I'm not looking for lots of definition because I just think my face is the way it is. I'm quite happy with it. Obviously just going where the sun would catch you. See these little hairs. Oh. The best of it is I did have something to keep my makeup back, and it has went AWOL, so I'm assuming my little girl has disappeared with it and now I can't find it. So I'm liking this bronzer. It's just giving a nice bit of colour to the face without going too OTT. I've heard obviously that some of these are quite dark, but I think this shade is just the right shade for me, so I'm really happy with that, to be honest. So now I'm going to go in there with the blush, and this is just a really nice peachy pink colour, nice for the summer. Oh, I like that colour, that's nice. That's just giving it a nice rosy hint to my cheeks. So I don't know if you'll see that in the light, guys, because the light right now sucks, to be honest. But it's just given a really nice glow to my cheeks. Just a little bit of bronzing on where the cheekbones are, basically under there, and a little bit of blush on my cheeks. Like I said, I'm not a huge contourer. I prefer just putting a little bit of bronze on just to give the face a little bit of depth. But the products so far I have tested, I am absolutely in love with. So what I'm going to do now is just going to go apply the rest of this face, and then I'll be back to recap on these products. Okay guys, so I am back with my makeup completed. Kind of went for a cut crease sort of look today and just kept it very minimal and natural looking. So my eyeshadows were Makeup Revolution, and this is the Ultra Professional Eyeshadow Flawless. And on my lips is Kylie. Now, let's talk about products before we end this video. So far I am completely in love with everything we have tried out today. The foundation is absolutely amazing. I have had no problems so far with this foundation. It just applied a dream. It feels amazing on the skin, and it just gives you a really flawless finish. It does what it says on the bottle. It is a flawless finish foundation. It is oil free, and it has your SPF 15 in there as well. And the bottle is just so lush. It is just to die for. The bottle is just amazing. I love this frosted glass finish. It's just amazing. And for £7.50, guys, you wouldn't be able to tell that this wasn't one of your more higher end foundations. And to be fair, it has done an amazing job today. The Under Eye setting powder, again, an amazing product. Went on sheer, so it doesn't go on your traditional white as most under eye would. And it just felt really nice on the eye, just applied really well. And I have to say, so far it's holding up. But with these kind of powders, it needs a few hours, obviously, to see if it does help with everything it says it does. But I will link that in the description box below for you guys and give you a little update just to let you know how it wore. And the blush and contour duo, again, I really like the product. The packaging is just fantastic. It is just really, really nice. It reminds me of the NARS compacts. And like this is Fiji, and I think they were trying to copy sort of like Laguna and Orgasm in this. So I really, really like these products. And like it says, it's just giving me a nice bit of colour. I'm not going for the heavy contour look. I just like a bit of colour and a bit of depth to my skin. And the blush is just a really nice pinky peachy blush, just a really nice summertime look. If I was going for more of your winter look, I would probably go and purchase something a little darker, just again for more depth. And believe you me, I will be purchasing more of these products. Like I said, I do have some on order right now. I've got the priming mist, and I've got some of their lip products, and I think I do have another one of these compacts coming. So guys, if you've liked this video and you've liked the products you've seen from E.L.F, give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so now, because it would help me out a whole ton. So until the next video, guys, you take care. We'll see you soon, and I love you. Bye.